Democrats, the only group on the face of the planet that can assassinate a promising young man in public, celebrate his death, mock his wife, destroy memorials of him, tell a bunch of lies about who killed him, stage protests against him being grieved, and somehow still manage to make themselves the victims.
Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Racist bastard! Racist bastard! Piss on your ashes! Piss on your ashes! Spit on your grave! Spit on your grave! I'll never be a slave! 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 Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Racist bastard! Racist bastard! Piss on your ashes! Piss on your ashes! Piss on your ashes! Piss on your ashes! Spit on your grave! Spit on your grave! I'll never be a slave! 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 Fuck Charlie Kirk! 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 No, you guys gotta get fuck Charlie Kirk! 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 He was a racist! He was a racist! He was a racist! He was a racist! He was hateful! He was hateful! He was never like Martin Luther King! He was never like Martin Luther King! Nothing at all! Nothing at all! Nothing at all!
These guys are horrible. They are despicable, and I truly pity their souls. You have to be the most demonic human being to even be able to bring yourself to say the kind of things these guys are saying about a fellow human being who was just publicly exterminated a few days ago. These guys right here are the lowest form of human beings. They make my stomach turn. Now, they are the same people who claim that they hate fascism. They hate fascists, okay? The so-called Antifas. The so-called anti-fascists, okay? But they just showed us how much they love fascism. In fact, they have inadvertently told the world that they are nothing but fascists themselves. When you literally assassinate somebody just for sharing their opinions that you feel you do not agree with, when you kill those people for their opinions, then you are purely a fascist. That in fact is the definition of fascism. F. Charlie Kirk. F. Charlie Kirk. He was a racist. I spit on his grave. He hates black people. Really? Does he?
How are you? What a beautiful kid that is.
Thank you.
What a gift from God. Yeah.
She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Something that kind of has me like on the fence of whether or not I go kind of like full blown more like conservative or moderate is just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody. That is just beautiful.
A man who wants to see you succeed hates you.
Give me one thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question of this, like DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. If you look at DNA independently in a science laboratory, they cannot distinguish between a black person or a white person if they look at just the DNA, because the only difference is the melanin. It has been disproven. Race is a social construct that I want to break out of.
A man who thinks that all humans are equal and that there is no difference between a black person and a white person is racist to you? Really? A man whose argument is grounded in truth and reality. A man who is just saying what everybody knows is universal truth is just spewing hate? Are you sure? These horrible folks manufacture all types of rage and lies just to justify their hatred of Charlie Kirk. They are more than ready to fabricate any type of accusation just to nail Charlie Kirk on the cross. But one thing that they can never ever be able to do is to actually prove the lies they spread about Charlie Kirk. They cannot provide any real evidence that supports any of their false narratives. And regarding the claim they made about Martin Luther King Jr. versus Charlie, I will advise you to watch this video right now. Take a look.
To put King and Kirk on the same footing is an erroneous thing to do. While Kirk actually lived out the values that he talked about publicly, Dr. King did not. We know that Dr. King was involved in orgies. He liked to sleep with prostitutes, and that according to his best friend, Ralph Abernathy, he even beat up a few women. While Charlie Kirk believed in the fundamental tenets of the Christian faith and the virgin birth, that Jesus resurrected from the dead, and the literal existence of heaven and hell, Dr. King didn't believe in any of those things according to his very own writings. We also know that there was a philosophical difference between the two men when it comes to Marxism. Now, while it is true that both men denounced Marxism in public, unlike King, Charlie never advocated for a redistribution of wealth, for social justice. These are things that King did advocate for. And so it's safe to say that when Kirk denounced Marxism, he was being honest and truthful, whereas when King denounced Marxism, he was being a deceptive liar. Finally, when King was assassinated in 1968, there were a flurry of riots that took place across the country, whereas it's now been a few days since Kirk's assassination and we haven't seen any riots at all. This is a testament to the truth and conviction behind the words that Charlie Kirk spoke compared to the sophistry behind the words that Martin Luther King spoke. I would add that although Charlie Kirk and Dr. King were both heavily involved in the political realm, their approach to politics was also strikingly different. Charlie Kirk advocated for people to get right with Christ, for men to step up and be men, for women to be virtuous women of honor. He believed that the government has run amok and we must begin to roll back a lot of that overgrowth in order that we might get back to the true edicts of the Constitution. Whereas King believed that we should expand the role of government, that the government should have a foothold when it comes to things like housing, jobs, and wealth redistribution. The so-called ministers who have taken up the baton after King's passing are apostates, race hustlers, and opportunists. They thrive on race division and conflict. They anger their own people and keep them bitter and poor while they enrich themselves. Meanwhile, I see videos of young men in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's death saying, I've never been to church before, but I feel inclined now to go to church because that's the kind of thing that Charlie Kirk talked about. I feel inclined to be a better husband, to be a better man, to be a better friend, because that's the kind of person that Charlie Kirk was. This is a testament to fruit. Charlie Kirk was a producer of good fruit, while Dr. King was a producer of bad fruit. None of this is to make light of Dr. King's death. Anytime somebody takes a bullet to the head or neck, it's a tragedy. And my hope for King was that he repented. But we know that the night before he was assassinated, he slept with two women and beat up another woman. And so it's hard to say, while Charlie Kirk took a bullet to the neck while educating college students on what is real versus what is false.
The more I learn about the Democrats and the Democrat Party, the more I realize why many of them are so hateful and so wicked. These guys do not have good intentions for America as a country, and they hate anybody and anything striving to make America a better place. That is why they hate Charlie Kirk, because he is engaging in the conversations that matter. He was waking Americans up, especially young Americans, and these Democrats hated this with passion. The Democrats have no love for the United States of America. Now, this is purely facts. This is true. They only wish that negative things will happen to America so that they can have reason to riot and sow discord and spread hate and destabilize the peace and pit citizens against each other. And that is the big difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. That is what I have discovered. Take a look at this scenario, okay? A conservative commentator was assassinated by a homosexual liberal in broad daylight, okay, in public, where he was speaking at a college event. Now, his assassin is a product of college radicalization. He was indoctrinated by the liberal curriculum in most American colleges, okay, carves Antifa slogans on his bullet cases, etc., etc. Okay, so he was definitely a liberal, even though his parents are registered Republicans. Now, even though Charlie Kirk, who is no doubt obviously a conservative commentator, was forcefully killed, his life was forcefully taken away by this liberal Antifa puppet, all Republicans did was to pray for him, wish him a good rest in the bosom of the Lord, hold vigils for him, and comfort his grieving family. There was no protest. There was no single store or building burnt down in the name of Charlie Kirk. There was no single public property vandalized with the excuse of grieving Charlie Kirk. There was no riot, okay? Republicans are reasonably grieving his death, and they are just following the case like normal human beings. Yet, Democrats were still the ones who went out of their way to organize protests against the grieving of this poor man who was just assassinated. They love riots so much, they love protests so much that they had to stage a protest just because people were grieving Charlie Kirk. Someone is definitely paying these people to do this, because I don't really think that anybody would be this stupid and dumb to engage in horrible stunts like this for free of charge. Somebody has to be paying them. And remember, Charlie Kirk did not commit any of the felonies or any of the crimes that George Floyd committed. He did not rob a pregnant woman with a gun pointed at her pregnant belly. He did not get convicted of drug possession on multiple counts. He just talked and had conversations with anybody who cared to. But imagine if a group of conservatives were to march in the street saying, George Floyd, especially white conservatives, okay, marching on the street and saying, George Floyd, I spit on his grave, I spit on his ashes. F. George Floyd, he was a drug addict. F. George Floyd, he was a criminal. He robbed a pregnant woman at gunpoint. I spit on his ashes. Now, if that were to happen, okay, these same people acting like they are all for free speech will be the same people crying fire and brimstone, okay? They will in fact demand for all the head of those conservatives, those white conservatives, having that protest to be cut off. Yes, there would be endless riots, breaking and looting of stores in the name of protest, okay? The society will be up in flames. We will never hear the end of it. Keep note, guys. Let these people's reaction get etched into your archives. Never forget how the left hates anything that loves America. The left promotes anything that is anti-America. Keep note, guys. Never forget, and make sure your children and your children's children are made aware of all of these reactions that the Democrats are showing us right now. These Democrats are not just stupid and misinformed. They are genuinely shitty people. Genuinely horrible people. And Charlie Kirk did not create these psychopaths we are seeing. He just showed us who they really are. As always, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.